Hello, I know what you're thinking. Why isn't there someone who can give us fair and balanced opinion on ICE cars versus electric vehicles? I'm clearly not the person to ask because I'm much too biased, as I've driven and owned an EV, a Tesla, for over 3.5 years. And before that, I drove a diesel and petrol car for over 50 years. What we need are people who aren't confused and have not actually owned an EV. Hello folks, my name's Nigel. I hope you can like and subscribe. And if you'd like to buy Jen and I a coffee, there's a link down below. Yes, people whose minds are uncluttered with the objectivity of having driven and lived with an EV for a couple of years. That's what we need. Someone who studies the media, especially our wonderful fair and balanced press, for stories about EVs throughout the world. The British press are a beacon of light to us all and never show any unfair stories about EVs receiving millions of pounds and dollars from the oil companies, the car makers and car dealerships. We're just so lucky. The ideal person for this may have a legal background, or maybe could be a second-hand car salesman, or even someone who blogs regularly about fish and chips and Blackpool, Benidorm, Sunday roasts, and drives a £120,000 Porsche Taycan. These are the sort of people we need, typical average people. Now here we have a very interesting story about a Tesla supercharger queue in Sweden.
And if you're not convinced by this, well done, you're an evangelist. You won't believe the length of this queue just to get into a Tesla charging station. It's absolutely jaw-dropping and tragic at the same time. And this is the start of the queue. Oh my God. It just goes on and on and on. 20 so far, maybe 30. That is a ridiculous. Oh, more Teslas going across the T-junction, joining the queue. There's at least another 1, 2 there. And oh, what the frick? Don't tell me. That is absolutely terrible. It keeps going round the corner. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. A heavy snowstorm is expected to hit Sweden on Monday when the Swedish Transport Administration urged people visiting the mountains to get home as early as Sunday. It had consequences. The queue to charge the car, for example, was several hundred metres long. I'm afraid not even the wishful thinking of the evangelists can cheat the physics of the charging conundrum, which has been perfectly exemplified by this video. As I said at the start, if this doesn't put you off an EV, nothing will.
But wait, that wasn't electric vehicles, that was petrol vehicles. And it was a few years ago, so that can't possibly count. Oh, what are you saying? That people who do stories about EVs often talk about things that happened years ago, like problems with batteries and that sort of thing, and blaming fires on them. Oh, okay. Well, all right, if you insist. But of course, some people would say that the queue in Sweden, the queue anywhere, there's no, of course, you never have any queues on the roads, do we? We never have that, and we've never had any queues in petrol stations apart from the ones we've just seen, you know. And Friday at 5 o'clock, never hear any news about on the radio about traffic queues on the M4 and the M6, the M5, the M62. This never happens. We never have queues. Of course, a queue starts when there's too many people for what you want. If people go regularly, when they go at the same time. The queue in Sweden was caused because people were told to leave immediately. There was going to be a big snowstorm the following day. Now, those people would normally have left in the next couple of days, and with the 20 superchargers, it could have dealt with charging all those cars within probably 4 or 5 hours, but people wanted to leave immediately. Hence, there was a problem. In my travels sort of throughout the UK, Scotland, I can remember on 2 occasions having to wait a few minutes, but it wasn't long. And in most cases, I rarely find the Tesla superchargers half full, and it's quite a delight. And of course, there's no card or anything. You simply reverse in and plug in. There's nothing else to do. Very simple and very, very easy. And of course, in our life, we queue for everything. The queues on roads, who's ever driven anywhere and not got into a queue? If we fly anywhere, there's often long queues, hours, 2 or 3 hours queue in some cases. And it is very much a part of life. But in most cases, I don't queue. And of course, most of the time I charge at home, which is a delight and extremely cheap. What do you think? Was this fair and balanced? Was this a cross-section of what we're doing? And I just can't stand those evangelists. Can you? Banging on about their electric vehicles. I don't know. I think they should just shut up and leave it to those people to talk about EVs that haven't got one, are never going to get one because they hate them and don't accept there are any carbon emissions from diesel and petrol cars and global warming. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Hope you can like and subscribe. And if you wanted to buy Jen and I a coffee, there's a link below. Also links for the buying a new Tesla. £500 in this country and up to $2,000 in the United States. And this has been fake news, and hope you're not taking it too seriously. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.